Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible? Priti, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, I'm here to tell you about the virtual lab. So, I have attended 5 days FTP conducted by PALS IIT. So, I'm going to share my knowledge with you. So, I'm going to share my screen. If you have any difficulty in viewing the screen or hearing my voice, you can stop me at any time. So, in order to use the virtual lab, first you have to log in into virtual vlab.co.in website. So it is simply called as virtual lab website. So it is vlab.co.in. So I have entered into the particular website. So this virtual lab is an initiative of MHRD under the National Mission on Education through ICT. So under this scheme only, they have given fund. So so many IITs and NITs are working under this project. So they have developed a system like a virtual lab. That means the main motive is the students or the learner can get the knowledge at any time, at anywhere. Okay, so some learners may take more time to understand the concept. So the particular time period, that is 2 hours, 3 hours, particular lab time period is not sufficient to them to learn the particular concept. So they want extra time. So the components or the experimental setup cannot be taken into it is not available in their home. So they can experience the real world scenario in their home itself. So it gives experiential learning through online mode. So remote access is also possible, and the faculty members who are handling that particular subject can check whether the student will learn the concept thoroughly or they have any difficulty in learning. So everything is possible. They can check the learning process, and the students can also learn the concepts in their home itself, and they can ask the questions and they can give the feedback. Everything is possible, and they can attend the quiz also. That is also possible here. So um, before going into the this particular virtual lab, the participating institutes. So our institute, LLR College of Engineering and Technology, is a partner institute for this virtual lab. So we are having a partnership with the PALS. So it is a participating institute like IIT Kharagpur, IIT Roorkee. So many IITs and NITs are participating institutes, and we are also enrolling our institute with them, so that we can easily access and we can easily involve with the project which are undergoing under the scheme. Okay, so some of the labs are under development and some are approved. So all the labs and all the experiments are available under this website, vlab.co.in. So, these many visitors have been visited this website. So you are also visited now. So if you have a system and internet, then you can do the experiment at any time and anywhere. Okay, it doesn't need any open source software or any other trial version software. It doesn't need anything. Okay, so you need only the internet access and then a computer. So why not mobile phone? So mobile phone OS may not support some of the experiments, not all the experiments. Some experiments may be open in the mobile phone itself, but many experiments needs Windows and Linux OS, that is operating software. So we cannot tell that you can study or you can learn from the mobile phone. It is not possible. So if you have laptop or a system, with internet connection, we can learn the concepts from the home itself. Okay, so that is the main motive and advantage. So it is very very simple. Learning is very very simple because they have given all the theories, they have given the procedures and the table, that is what are all the readings you have to take, everything they have given. So first we have to read the concept, that is theory, aim, and then the procedure. Then you have to simulate the experiment. Then you have to measure the whatever the parameters you want, you can measure the parameters, you have to tabulate it if you want. So for few experiments you are going to represent it in a graphical manner. So for that experiment, graphical column is also available, and after that you can save all the readings and graph in a PDF format. Okay, so in this COVID-19 situation, this virtual lab will help you to understand all the concepts in a very useful manner. So that is the main thing. So directly I am going into the labs. So there are a broad variety of areas. So first, I'm going to explain you day wise. So day wise, what we have done in the FDP. I'm first sharing that. So on the first day, most of the they said most of the experiments are like simulation based, and some of the experiments are measurement based. Okay, so there are various kind of experiments. So they have asked us to write about the subjects which are handling we are handling in this semester, and probably the subjects we are expecting to handle in the next semester. So we have given the data. Then they have sent the mapping, that is curriculum mapping with the Anna University syllabus. So Anna University curriculum and then virtual lab content. So virtual lab may not have all the experiments which we are having in our curriculum. So some of the experiment may be missed. Okay, so mostly 60 to 70 percentage of the experiments in Anna University curriculum will be covered by virtual labs. So those analysis will be carried out in the day one. So I have analyzed all the domains, that is broad areas like electronics and communication engineering, electrical and electronics engineering. There are so many domains, no? So these domains I have visited. Auto edit. Auto edit. Yes. So these labs, these domains I have visited, and our department, our domain subject related experiments are comes under electronics and communication area, and then biotechnology and biomedical engineering area, and then electrical engineering area, and a few computer science courses like Python, and those things will be covered in the computer science and engineering domain. Okay, so if you want, you can search it. And in the other areas, I haven't gone through, because physical sciences and chemical sciences, maybe the experiments of first semester and second semester experiments may be coming. And after third semester, the most of the experiments are under these areas: electronics and communication, biotechnology and biomedical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science and engineering. It is not limited, you can search anywhere. Mechanical engineering experiments also you can learn, that is not limited. So I will tell you what are all the experiments will be covered or matched with our curriculum. Okay, so so lab under new lab development. First, I'm going to tell you the new labs which are developed by the. So here, the new lab development page, we are having about us and the explore labs. So in this explore labs, there are three possibilities. That is, first thing is we can know the demonstration of labs, and then we know about the approved labs and labs under development. So before going into the complete setup, we should know what are all the things are available or which are all under development. So if we know the developmental stage, then we can give our input. Yes, so many projects, so simulation projects, so many designing concepts are going, so they are ready to give the projects to our students, that is qualified students. So you have to know what are all the approved labs in the virtual lab and what are all the things are in the under development stage. So first we have to know that. So in the demonstration of labs, so there are so many labs has been demonstrated. So can you hear the video?
Today I'm going to explain you an experiment on physics.
Anyone please reply?
Over to you, Minal ma'am.
It's audible, ma'am.
Wonderful explanation.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
It's audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's
We'll go for
audible.
the
It's
next
audible,
speaker.
Maheshwari.
So the physics, English, sensor modeling, computer graphics, data structures, numerical methods. So many labs are demonstrated, and here the digital logic design. So that
On
lab,
the same concept of digital, but
yes.
taking it a bit, one step ahead, I can say. Do we have Harshada online? Next question is about which basic gates, to for this particular multiplexer. Yes, she has started the quiz, and there comes the first question: which basic logic gate will you choose on inputs of a 2:1 multiplexer?
So this
I'm
is the
trying
quiz.
to check whether the student
The faculty can
knows
check
the
whether the
concept behind it.
student
And then he's going
understand the concept or not. The faculty member can check. It is like a quiz. So
to answer that question. Give a correct answer. She says AND gate and she submits that answer. Yes, that is correct. Hence it's gone green. Go to the next question. Yes, the next question is about which gate would be used to select line 2:1 multiplexer. Give the answer. You may give a correct answer because we have less time. Yes, check the answer and go to the next. Yes. Next question is.
So this is also possible in virtual lab. The faculty member can ensure whether the students understood all the concepts or not. So this is like a quiz. So next one is approved labs. So these are all the approved labs. So 8051 microcontroller lab is available for us, and digital applications. So few experiments are available here. Not all the experiments will be matching to our curriculum. 3 experiments are matching to our curriculum. And next one is digital logic design. So digital electronics. So some of the experiments are matching, and labs under development. So these are all the labs under development. Our biomedical instrumentation lab is also under construction. So many inputs are needed from the biomedical engineers. So you people are having lot of opportunity. So if you know the biomedical concepts along with HTML and JavaScript, then you can join with them to construct this particular lab. So that's why I'm inviting all the students. So you have the opportunities. So first you should know how to use the virtual lab. Then only you can construct the concept and you can explore your idea in the virtual lab website. So there are so many processing stage. They will not allow you directly. So there are so many processing stage. After that only you can give your or you can present your idea in the virtual lab website. So now we are going to see the second day. So the second day, they have tell us about Lahu Pata. So Lahu Pata is an online video tutorial for laboratory sessions designed by NIT Surathkal. So NIT Surathkal is the co-partner for this FDP. So I'm going to tell you what is Lahu Pata. So Lagupata NITK, NIT Surathkal. So they have designed this kind of online video tutorial laboratory for two particular domains. One is fluid mechanics and another one is strength of materials. It is like a animation video. So
In this instant age, nobody has the patience to sit around and read or learn quietly, taking in all the information. Lagupata, developed by Center for System Design, NITK Surathkal, serves the same purpose. Lagupata in Sanskrit refers to teachings in concise form. It is a very short and apt video tutorial guide to the virtual lab experiments that can be performed. In the wake of these lockdown days, lethargy would have kicked in among students to continue their learning. But Lagupata is a very befitting tool for academic activities, since it is a very small and easy to grasp video tutorial explaining the gist of the virtual experiment. The user will get hooked and proceed to perform the experimentation. Like other government schemes, Swayam Prabha, e-Patashala, etc., Lagupata is the aiding tool to the solve the virtual labs which handholds and guides students through the virtual experimentation. When a user watches a Lagupata, the user can access the links in the description which will navigate the user to a virtual lab website. For example, Fluid Mechanics Lab. The user can go through the entire list of experiments and choose to perform any experiment any number of times at his pace, place, and period just by making use of laptops or mobile phones or desktop computers. Due to Lagupata, the number of people accessing virtual labs has significantly increased, and we have over 4.5 lakh user hits for Fluid Mechanics Lab alone in the year 2019. Lagupata, improving learning experience of the student community throughout the nation.
So this is the concept of Lagupata, and we have video tutorials. An example video tutorial I'll show you. So there are so many things. How to remotely trigger the free vibration of reconfigurable simple pendulum. So under two domains only they have designed all these tutorials. So I'll tell you. I will show you the first video how they have designed.
Welcome to Solve, the virtual lab at NIT. This is the experiment setup for measuring the frequency of a reconfigurable simple pendulum. As you can see in the picture at the center of the screen, the setup is made of a variable length pendulum which is actuated by a motor. The concepts of the experiment are explained with detail on the web page. On the right side of the interface, you have the navigation and indication buttons which give you a good control over conducting the experiment. Now, click Next. There are two modes through which you can use the interface. Now, I will go through the online mode where you can actually conduct the experiment. A quick point before you click the start button. You have 120 seconds to acquire the data. So make sure that you go to the next screen right after clicking the start button. So go ahead, click start and go to the next page. In this screen, the first step you need to do is to change the length of the pendulum by moving the slider. Once you set the length, click on change length. You can see the value changing at current length position. Then you actuate the pendulum by clicking here. You can have total 3 trials if you want to, but if you are good with your acquisition, save the data onto your computer and then stop the data acquisition. Once the data acquisition is done, the amplitude of oscillation can be seen on the screen. Now click Next, and that will take you to the page where you can use the cursor to find out the peak values of the oscillation. Note down the cursor values of X. Now, with the formula given in your reference theory page, calculate the observed and theoretical frequency. Once you have these values, enter in the respective slots and proceed ahead by clicking Submit. Say yes. Press Next, and that will take you to the last page where you have your results tabulated. If you'd like to have the result table for future reference, save the result onto your computer and say Exit. Now, to revisit your acquired results and to do the calculations again, if you are looking for a better result, you have to go to the offline.
So just like that, we have tell you the concept. You cannot understand fully, but if you see the animation, it is clearly understandable. So that is the advantage here. So next one is the third day. They have we have learned about few open source online teaching softwares. So like Loom app, one software is Loom app, Loom app, Loom app, and another one is OBS, then FreeCam, Free Sharing, Whiteboard, Mentimeter, Quizzing, Audacity. So these are all the open source online teaching softwares available. So we can record our own video. So along with audio and video, we can share it through WhatsApp or in the YouTube, wherever it is possible. It can be uploaded and it will be given to the students. So two softwares are very user friendly. So I'm going to tell you those two. First one is FreeCam software. So I have already downloaded in the PC. So I'll tell you, just to type FreeCam. So just type FreeCam in the Google. So in the first one, click on it. So free tool for creating screen sharing, that is screencasts. So enter your valid email address. So then you can download it. So after downloading it, it will be appear in your desktop. So like FreeCam. Can you see my screen? So it will be appearing in my as usual software downloading and execution. Okay, nothing more than that. So after downloading it, it will be appear in the appear in your desktop. So I'm just double click on the FreeCam. It is opening now. So this is how it look like. So after opening this FreeCam software, you can record. So new recording is also possible. So I'll just click on new recording. So whatever you want. So this page will be like a picture. So I'm going to explain all the things in this page. Okay. So now I'm going to start recording. Yes, it starts now. Okay. So you can record all the things whichever you want. If I want this page, I can open it. If I want this page, I can open it. So whichever the content you have to explain, you have to fix this window. So after fixing this, you can explain it. It is like a screen recording in the mobile phone. That's it. Okay. And stop recording it. I have done. So it is preparing for preview. Okay. So it is available here. So this can be exported as a WMV video, or you can export it to YouTube. So you can upload in the YouTube also directly. So it is possible. And you can save the project, and you can save the project as some other that is extension. So that is also possible. Usually it will be exported in WMV supported file, and directly you can upload to YouTube. Yes, it starts now. Okay. So it is all possible. It is like a screen recording. Okay, that's it. You can edit also. So if you want, you can edit. So you can see the vertical line. Wherever you want, you can bring the slide. So that is sliding, and that part alone will be cut down. So trimming is also possible here. After trimming also, and remove noise, background noise you can eliminate, and then you can adjust the volume. So I'm increasing the volume. So volume can be increased. So many things is possible here. Okay, so this is like your screen recording in the mobile phone. And the second software is that is a Loom app. So it is also very easy one. So I'm just giving as Loom, Loom app, Loom app. So I have already enrolled, that is already given my email ID. So after downloading it, as usual, you have to execute the link. So it will be downloaded in your PC or your laptop. Then it is available in the desktop. Loom. So Loom app is also I have downloaded. So if you just double click on it, or if you open in the website itself, because it will be operated in two modes. One is downloaded app, another one is extension. So I am using extension form. So I am giving authorization for this Loom in the Chrome extension. So I can directly record the video in the extension option. So if you don't want, you can double click on this Loom app that is in the desktop, then you can record it. So both are same. Okay, so for both you need internet access, that is necessary. Now I am going to record a new video. So I am just click on new video. So it will show like this. So there you have options, only screen. If you want to record the screen only, you have to click on this. If you want to focus only the video, then you can click on camera only. If you want both, your face, that is video, and then the screen, you have to choose screen and camera. In my PC there is no camera, so it automatically comes to screen only option. If I want, I can fix the camera and then I can go to the first option. So just click on screen only option. Then full desktop I am going to share you. So just I am going to give start recording. Okay. So here the M symbol is coming now. I don't have any photo in my profile, and I don't have any camera. So if you have camera, your face, your video will be appear here, or otherwise if you set any photo, that photo will be appear here. Okay, so if you don't want any photo or video, just a screen will be presented. Now I am going to present you only the screen. So I am going to start recording. So click on start recording. 3, 2, 1. Now it starts recording. Recording starts. So wherever, whichever the link you want. So the difference between FreeCam and Loom app is, Loom app, in the Loom app you can change the screens. That is, you can change as many as possible. All the screens you can change. You can explain whatever the things you have in your PC. Okay, that is possible. But in FreeCam, you cannot change the screen because the boundary is coming now. So that boundary part alone appears as a screen. You cannot change it. So that is the disadvantage. That is why I'm telling that is a screen recorder as like in your mobile phone. So that is different. This Loom app is little bit advanced. So you can record your screen and your video. Also you can change the contents. Okay, so if I have anything in your in my E drive, I can take the E drive. So everything will be recorded. Whatever I'm doing in my PC will be recorded. So that is the advantage of this Loom app. Okay, so I'm just pausing it now. So after pausing it, finish recording. Click on the green color tick button. So I'm finishing the recording. So sometimes, so you can watch it. என்ன நம்ம ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணுவோம். Starts recording. So this is the recorded part. So wherever, whichever, this is the recorded part. So some content may be not needed. So those things can be eliminated by trimming option. So there is setting option and trimming option. So as like your FreeCam, you can edit your window also. I mean start trimming. So I'm going to select the part, which part I need to eliminate. So that thing we need to select. Okay, so timing, you have to note down the timing for from 0.05 to 0.09. That part, that content should be eliminated. Now you have to select that part alone. So if I select that, that will be eliminated. So return to video. Good thing, it goes to the newly processed video. So this can be copied. So that link, this video link can be copied. That can be shared to the learners. That is through email or through WhatsApp and all the Facebook. Anything is possible here. So you can just send the link. They can access the video. So this is possible. And if you don't want this video, you can delete it also. So it is all available in your drive. Okay, so in which email ID you are using, that email ID drive is having this video content. So if you want, you can directly go into the particular drive, and there also you can view, or you can delete, or you can edit. Okay, it is all possible. So the third day they have tell us about these kind of online teaching open source softwares, and some of others also other sources also possible. That is OBS. So OBS is a it is 64-bit Windows supported software. This is also OBS Studio type panninga, there is a link coming. So that link should be downloaded and installed in your PC or laptop, and it is having a good control of streaming, and the quality of the video also controlled, and optimization is also possible. This is the difference between FreeCam and this Loom app. So basic one is FreeCam, and a little bit advanced is Loom app, and more than the compared to those two, little bit advantages is OBS Studio to 25.08. Then some of the animation softwares they have mentioned, I haven't worked out. So Render Forest and Adobe. So those two are the animation softwares. In Lagupata, they have designed the video in an animated version. So those kind of projects will be given to students. So the students should know this is self-learning tool only. So you can learn by yourself. Render Forest and Adobe. So some of the centers, the computer centers are also ready to teach you. So under payment. So if you learn that animations, then you can design your own presentations with the help of this softwares. Render Forest, Adobe. There are so many things. And after that, we have asked. They have asked us to present all the laboratories. So now I am going to explain few laboratories. So up to now, any doubt? Any suggestions or any doubts you have? Do you have any doubts? Or shall I proceed? So first I am going to tell you the concepts, that is labs under electronics and communication. So there are so many labs designed by IIT Kharagpur, IIT Roorkee, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Delhi, Pune, Kanpur, Amrita. So all the IEDs, MITs, and the one deemed university, that is Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. So they have designed the virtual labs. So first I am going to tell you the basic laboratory, that is Analog Signals Network and Measurement Lab, designed by IIT Kharagpur. Okay, so first click on this. So first read out what is the laboratory name, Analog Signal Network and Measurement Laboratory. So in this laboratory, they have given the introduction. So introduction about laboratory. So what all things are available in this particular lab. So basic electrical technology, that is network theorems. All the network theorems, AC, DC circuits are available. And next is signals and networks laboratories. And the last one is measurement laboratory. So those experiments will be available. So by reading this, you know that okay, some experiments in our curriculum will be matching to this laboratory. So if you know that, you can click on list of experiments. There you can find the Norton theorem, Thevenin theorem. So there are theorems and measurement experiments also available. So in our curriculum, we have Norton's, Thevenin's, superposition, then RLC, then reciprocity, maximum power transfer. Okay, so so many experiments are covering 50 to 60% experiments covered in this particular laboratory designed by IIT Kharagpur. So now next one is people. So what are all the people involved in the design of this laboratory? That is also you need, because contact is very important. So if you have any queries or doubts, you can directly send a mail to this principal investigators or developers. Okay, this is also possible. It is an open source. Everybody can learn, everybody can give the feedback, and everybody can ask questions. So this is an open forum. and you can give your feedback also. So if you have found any difficulty, or if you have any idea to improve, you can give your suggestions here. It is always welcome. Okay. So in this list of experiment, first one is Norton theorem. Just click on it. So after opening a Norton theorem, verification of Norton theorem, you can find the theory, procedure, and then operating environment. Under which operating environment you can access this experiment, and then simulator, and then you have to check whether you have understood all the concepts or not. Okay, so it's a self verification. Okay, well, so faculties also use this quiz to you can ask quiz to students. So by giving marks or some other awards, you can conduct a quiz like competitions, everything, and then references. So first theory you should know before going into the particular laboratory. First you should know the theory. What is Norton theorem? So they have given the concepts, and then the mathematical derivations, everything they have given, and then the procedure. So in the procedure, they have given the schematic diagram, circuit diagram. This is how the circuit look like in the simulator. So step-by-step procedures they have given, and if you know all the things, then operating environment, a standard PC with Windows XP or Windows Vista is needed, and the memory, everything they have given. So if you have all these things, you can learn this experiment within your home itself. So last simulator இருக்கு. So if you know about theory, procedure and OS, that is operating environment, you can directly enter into simulator. So some of the experiment will be appeared, that is simulator will be appeared in this screen itself, and some will be asking click to here, click here to perform the experiment. So I'm going to click on. So it is opening. The simulator is open. So here you have a verification of Norton theorem circuit. So look onto this circuit. So in our real lab, that is real lab environment, we are going to have 4 experiments in the Norton theorem. So it takes nearly 3 hours. Okay, so here we have only one single experiment. This circuit, this circuit alone explains the Norton theorem concept. So they have given the procedure also. So this simulation will be working that is background software in it is working under JavaScript. Okay, so there are resistances R1, R2, R3 resistors are also available. RL load resistor is there, V1 is there, V2, that is sources, V1, V2 voltage sources available, and output current measurement ammeter is connected in the output side, voltmeter is connected in the output side. Okay, so they have given the procedure. The first case. So in the first case, we need to give S1 to power. So S1 is nothing but input side. So input side we are applying the power, and in the output side, the load side, that is connected to load. So output is connected to load, input is connected to power. Okay. So after giving this, we have to, this is case 1, we have to simulate it. So after simulating, I am getting the load current. So you can remember in our real lab scenario, we are taking the original circuit load current value from the first circuit. Original circuit nu solluvom. So from the original circuit, first thing we need to observe the load current. So அதுக்கே நீங்க எவ்வளவு ஒரு அரை மணி நேரம் ஒரு முக்கால் மணி நேரம் பண்ணுவீங்க. So within a second we have measured the load current. Okay, so understanding the concept is very, very important. So so it is 0.28387. So that is what the load current value. After that, we have to go to the case 2. So case 2, option A. So what it says the switch S1 should be set to power and S2 to short. So இது எதுக்காக பண்றோம்? To analyze the Norton current, that is also called as short circuit current. So short circuit current will be measured only when the output is short circuited. Okay, that is why the output terminal switch 2 is short circuited and switch S1, that is input side, is applied, that is remains in the power mode. Okay, so after setting these S1 and S2, we are again going to simulate. So while we simulate, we can measure the short circuit current or Norton current. When 0.67692. So this is what the short circuit current. And next case 2b, so that is it says that procedure says that the S1 will be set to short, input should be short circuited, and output, that is load terminal, should be connected to power. So after setting all these S1 and S2 values, we are again simulating. If we simulate, we will be measuring Norton resistance. So case 1 la original circuit oda load current measure பண்ணோம். Second case 2a la we have measured the short circuit current, and in the case 2b we have measured the Norton resistance, and the output voltage, output current is also measured. Okay, so in case 3, the Norton current and Norton resistance value has been applied, and the big circuit, first original circuit it is a huge one, so the huge circuit will be converted into equivalent circuit. So this simple circuit has been converted. So here we have a current source in parallel with the resistance, and then a load resistor. Load resistor value we have already fixed, it is 300, and this 216.67 value has been found in the case 2b, and in the case 2a we have found the IAC current value. It is all fixed. Okay, so now we are going to simulate case 3. So case 3 is 0.28387. So here we are measuring the load current. So in the first case, we have measured the load current for original circuit. Case 2a, Norton current. Case 2b, Norton resistance. Case 3, the equivalent circuit load current. Okay, so நம்ம என்ன கான்செப்ட் வந்து நம்ம சொல்ல வர்றோம்? So where the Norton theorem is applied, Norton theorem is applicable for complex circuit. In order to simplify the complexity, we are using Norton theorem, isn't it? So the original circuit is like a huge and complex one. It is converted into equivalent and simple circuit. So the load current we have measured in case 1 should be matched to the load current we have measured in the case 3. So ரெண்டு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கணும் இல்லையா? So ஈக்குவலா இருக்கா இல்லையா அதை தான் நம்ம ரியல் லேப்ல மெஷர் பண்ணுவோம். So the same thing is happened here. So the data which we measured will be filled in the table. If you click on fill data to the table, so I'm clicking. So it says that the observation table is updated. If you want to take another reading, you have to change the V1, V2, R1, R2, R3, RL resistance values. It shows like that. Okay, I'm giving okay. So that is a table. The first reading I'm taking. So load current in the original circuit, and the load current in the third case, that is equivalent circuit. So both are same. It is 0.28387. It is also 0.28387. Right? So both are same. Both are equal. So we can say that the Norton theorem has been verified. So it takes only 5 minutes time, but in the real lab it takes 3 hours time, isn't it? The concept is very clear and is understandable. So if you want to take print, or if you want to save the document and result, you can click print button and save as PDF. You can save it for the future use. Okay, so this is a sample. So like that, you have so many labs. That is a digital electronics lab designed by IIT Roorkee. So here also introduction, objective of this lab, and list of experiments. So there are full wave and half wave subtractor, and verification of gates. So many experiments are matching to our curriculum. If you want to click on it, so here aim, theory, pretest, procedure, and simulation is there. After studying all these aim, theory, pretest, procedure, you have to enter into simulation. So in the simulation, you have procedure. So they have given the procedure. So I'm selecting simulator 1. So it looked like this. So input table is also available. And there is a pop-up procedure. So if you want to follow the procedure, you can click on it. So step 1, step 2, step 3. So stepwise they have given the procedures. So by reading all these procedures, you can do the experiment. So it is possible. And digital logic design lab is available. Some of the experiments are matching to our curriculum that is designed by IIT Hyderabad. Then digital signal processing lab is also available. Then electric circuits lab designed by Amartha. So this is a little bit different. All these laboratories are fixed. That is, we can give the values or we can give the wiring connection. So that is left out. So after connecting it, we can take the reading. But in the electric circuits lab designed by Amartha Vijay Pridham, they have asked us to connect and you have to drag and drop. So they have also given theory, procedure, self-evaluation, that is questions. These questions they have given, and the simulator is there, assignment, so many things are there. So I'm directly enter into the simulator. So it asks login. So I have already login. So if you don't have login, you should sign up. So it is open like this. It needs Adobe Flash Player. So just click on it. Allow, give allow to Adobe. So it shows like this. So whatever the experiment you want. So I am going to do Kirchhoff's laws. So Kirchhoff's law need a resistor, contact, non-contact ammeter, voltmeter. Okay, so everything is available. So it is a lifelike look. So if you want the schematic look, you can change it. So just drag and drop resistor, you can drag and drop. So by clicking this component, so you can see, just clicking this component, you can change the values. So if you want to have 1 kilo ohm, you can change the value like that, and you can change the position also. And here the wiring is little bit difficult. So have a wire, and this should be connected like this. So this is how the connection should be made. And after finish the circuit, can measure the current or voltage by the help of non-contact ammeter and voltmeter. So if there is a breakage or a mistake in the circuit, it will be showing like this, split. Okay, so I am not finished the experiment. I haven't completed. So it shows like this. If there is any error, it shows like this. Otherwise, it will be closed. Okay, so this is how you can check. And show values. Values also shown here. And the split junctions. Everything is possible. Lifelike. So this is also possible. If you want to delete all the components, so there is a delete button. You can delete all the things. Okay, so this is how they have designed the experiments in the Amartha. So each and every institute designs the laboratory by their own. Everything is not unique. Okay, so this is all about electronics and communication. And in biotechnology and biomedical engineering, there are so many experiments are coming under biotechnology. Few experiments are coming under biomedical. So biomedical image processing lab is available. Biomedical signal processing lab is available. Biomedical instrumentation lab, IT Roorkee design pannanga, that is available. Medical this biological image processing lab, you can find only the clinical images, that is biochemistry and the microbiology those kind of images, microscopic level images. So those images will be analyzed, and those experiments will be given under biological image analysis. And another one is medical signal and image processing lab. Under this lab only, you will be finding a few experiments from our curriculum. So that is digital image processing. So digital signal processing toolkit is there, biomedical signal signal processing toolkit is there, image processing toolkit is there. Okay, so each and everything is having its own theory and then experiments. Okay, I'm just telling you how to access this website, how to know the experiment details. Okay, I'm not explaining you all the experiments, it is up to you. So whatever you want, whatever the concept you have to learn, you have to go to the website, you can search, you can study the theory procedure, then you have to simulate, then you have to correlate the theory and then the practical values. Okay, hope everybody would understand all the concepts. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. You can ask me if you have any doubts. Students, do you have any doubts? Kavya, Kartika, Tungodai. Ma, do you have any doubts, ma? Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So if you have any doubts in future also, you can contact me. Okay. Thank you for attending. I'm signing off. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Govindraj sir, Prince Navina ma'am, thank you so much for attending. Thank you, students. Okay. I'm signing off.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
ஓகேம்மா, டவுட்ஸ் இருந்தால் கேளுங்க, ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட வந்து இதை டெலிவர் பண்ணுங்க, யாருக்கு என்ன டவுட்னாலும் கேட்க சொல்லுங்க எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்ஸில். சரிங்களா?
Yes, ma'am.
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூம்மா, தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, ma'am.
ஓகே.